My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Enochian with us, and he can say his name and what he does in the band.
Sure. My name is Michael, and I am the vocalist for the band.
Awesome. So my first question, Michael, how did you start out in Enochian? How did you get all of your members? Were they from like local bands, or how did it come about, pretty much?
Well, it started off with me and Ernesto. Ernesto's the guitarist.
Okay.
It started off with him and another dude. They were in a local band called Visions of the Vanished. They saw me play a show with my old band on drums.
Oh, wow.
At a house show. They asked me, "Hey, can you fill in for us? You know, we need a drummer to help record our upcoming EP, etc., etc." And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So filled in, and I saw their work ethic. I was like, "Holy hell, this is really awesome! This is so dope. You know, this is the kind of musicians I want to be around." So decided to make that band my full time, and rather than continuing on with their old band, we decided to rebrand it, and that's when Enochian came into play.
Nice. So obviously those were the members. I guess they're the founding members. You three were. Do you have other members that you?
Well, it was three that really founded it. It was a core three, but then, life happened. The original bassist left, and then it was just down to me and Ernesto.
Oh, wow, okay.
We went through a good amount of lineup changes. We worked through a few vocalists. We worked through a good amount of guitarists. To the point now, we found our current members, Nick and Roy. Roy being the bassist and Nick being the drummer. Roy just walked into my job casually.
Oh, wow.
Casually while I was working, bro. Like, I work at a music shop.
Oh, nice.
I do like retail stuff, and he needed a pack of acoustic strings. He was like, "Hey, here to buy acoustic guitar strings." Sold him a pair of acoustic guitar strings. He was walking out the door. As soon as he opened the door, Animal's Leader started playing in the background, and he's like, "I know this band."
Oh, shit.
And we started talking. We shared a love for progressive metal, and next thing you know, it's just, oh man, we're playing together.
That's awesome. How did you I know you said that you played drums for your prior band, so how did the shift between drumming to vocals kind of change in that regard?
I did vocals quite a bit.
Okay.
And throughout my life, I mean, ever since I was like 10 years old, I sang a bit, and I used to do a little opera.
Oh, wow. Oh, awesome.
That was only for like a month. That was only for like a few weeks, like a month, before my young self was like, "This is a bit too much work. I can't do this." But I've always had like a passion for singing ever since then. I didn't really get into music until I was 16. That's when I started drumming, and I just focused on drums throughout ever since. But we went to record the Evolution EP, which is the EP we just released on the 19th of June. And I tracked drums, and the idea was for me to just lay out vocals so we can have a vocalist come in to just, do his parts, just for him to have an idea of what the vocalization should be for the EP.
Yeah, of course.
And our producer, Ricky, which is the vocalist from This Is the Apocalypse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's really awesome. Love him. While we were tracking vocals, he was saying, "You know what? I think you should think about making the switch from drumming to being the front man."
Oh,
he
wow.
said, "Your voice is just is pretty awesome. So you should think about doing vocals instead of drumming." And I spoke about it with Ernesto. After like weeks of debating, we decided, you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's make the switch.
That's awesome. And it's cool to hear that, because like you don't hear that too often, so it's kind of cool for me and for a lot of the viewers out there to kind of get like a backstory on how you got to vocals and things of that nature. Because prior to like knowing about your band, I had no idea, so that was kind of just a cool like tidbit for just everyone to see. But my next question, Mike, so what are some favorite venues, since you're from New Jersey, what are some favorite venues you guys like to go see shows at or play at?
Oh man, definitely one of the more renowned venues around here is Dingbats.
Yes, yeah.
So there's so many awesome shows that go through there. We have so many we have so many friends that are in so many great local bands. ton of showcases in dingbats. Lately, the New York City scene has started flourishing, and we do live in Jersey City, which is right across the river
Yeah.
from New York City, a PATH train away. Man, it takes me like literally no more than 20 minutes to get into the city from where I live.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we tend to go to Webster Hall quite a bit to watch shows. Been to Gramercy, Irving. I mean, that's when all the major acts start rolling through. So those are just very few venues around our area that we're very familiar with, that we actually hit up a lot. There's also Game Changer in like
Yeah.
Central Jersey. It is kind of a drive, but for us it's just easy access. Oh, Clifton, New Jersey is like 15 minutes away, bro. Or Webster Hall, man, that's easier to get there rather than dingbats.
Yeah, no, I totally get you because I'm kind of in the middle between like Philly and Game Changers World. Game Changer World is probably about, oh god, it's probably about like 45 minutes away from where I am, and I have some friends that traveled down from like your area to go to Game Changers, so I totally know the like the struggle. But
Yeah.
also I also live about like 45 minutes from Philly too, so I have to like 50 minutes from Philly as well. So I get the whole struggle about like not either living close to something or like living a little bit
Yeah,
further
exactly.
away.
You from Jersey?
I am also from Jersey. Yeah, I'm like south central kind of Jersey. So,
South Central. Yeah.
but yeah, I always hit up Game Changers if there's like a pretty good show. I try to go out there. But if not, I know Philly's awesome too. I'd love to go to like there was a few shows I was thinking about going to in New York City. One was at what was it? It wasn't Gramercy. It was probably Webster Hall, and it was that like Silent Planet, Hail the Sun.
Oh,
tour.
dude.
I completely missed that one. So that was that because the only place that they hit like around here was like New York City. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, that's a lot of extra dough to go out there.
Yeah, those kind of tours are like, oh man, that sucks. It's such an awesome tour, but like it's definitely not in your area.
Yeah. That's like that's probably like the worst feeling is when there's like an amazing lineup and then it's just like only West Coast. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's like the Megadeth. It's like the Megadeth, Meshuggah, and like the Tesseract tour.
Yeah.
Like closest date to us is Philly.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
so,
Yeah.
so, and we're kind of busy, and it's not like, all right, we can just make the quick commute. No, it's like gotta prepare for that commute. But no excuses though.
Yeah.
At least
not for that. That one was a sick one. I had some friends that went out to that one, and they were like, "Yeah, dude." They were like, "Meshuggah was just like mind blowing." So I was like, "Damn, I should have went to that one." But it's whatever. But next question, Michael. What are some of your musical influences?
Oh man, there's so many. Let me narrow it down to what my vocal inspirations are.
Okay.
So I remember me and my guys were playing a little game. This was like, oh, guess like what were the very first few influences that you've had as a musician?
Yeah.
That helped you progress into, starting to like really embrace your craft. So for me, vocally speaking, when I was younger, the band that really got me into doing vocals was Nickelback.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. That's when I like started saying, I was like, this is really awesome. Then like getting into Crossfade and Puddle of Mud, like more into like that grungier vibe. That's where I started like really trying to sing. Like that just really spoke to me so much. But when I decided to take up like the next step, like I want to start really expanding my horizons. Vocally speaking, when I started like getting into metal vocals, I think it was Between the Buried and Me.
Oh, awesome.
That I started. So I got into BT Bam, and from there I listened to Protest, and I was like, oh God, no, Rhodey Walker is too much of a beast and a god. But listening to a lot of Protest got me like really hyped up. This is like the kind of vocal style I want to go into. And then like listening to Era, like Jesse Cash stuff, like he's a really great vocalist, and definitely love the melodies that he writes. And then screaming wise, like I listen to like a lot of like real heavy stuff. I think it was like when I got started getting into Fit for a King that got me like
Oof.
really into like, oh man, these aggressive screams, bro. And yeah, that was like the real start of like me starting to really get into screaming. Um,
He's so tight. Like I can't say enough about that band. I love those guys to death. Like Fit for a King is like, oh, gotta be one of my favorite heavy bands without a
yes,
doubt. Like
yeah, agreed. Same here. When I saw them on the Carry the Flame tour with After the Burial,
yes, yeah.
here, I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna be relaxed. I want to watch the show. And saw Infinite go up, and I'm like, wow, this is sick.
Yeah.
Fit for an Autopsy got up. I'm like, oh, dude, it's just so hard for me to not do it. But as soon as Fit for a King went up, they started off with Pissed Off, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how much longer I can like stay like still. And then like as soon as they were like, this was for all the old fans, they came in with Hollow King, and I just
Oh,
said, that's it, the rap.
that's
It's a
dead.
wrap.
You're just dead. It's over. It's over. It's
That's
just
a
like,
rap, dude. It's a rap. Yeah, one of my favorite songs from them.
oh, they're like,
So good.
I mean, like for me, he just astonishes me. Like I've had to have seen them. God, I don't know how many times now at this point, but like I've become really good friends with them as well. And they're always like super nice, like and super down to talk. Like me and Ryan are
Yeah.
pretty tight. But yeah, I'm so excited they're on Warped Tour again this year, so I can go out and see them because
I'm
they're
s- I'm so catching them. I think it's gonna be like my third time seeing them.
yeah
The first time I saw them was actually the reason like I went to see them was because like one of my favorite bands was on a tour. Do you remember in 2014, like early 2015, I think, the Frozen Flame tour?
yeah
August
yeah.
Red, Miss
August was
Maya.
red, yes, Miss Maya, yeah.
Um, when Northlane was on that tour, that was like I gotta go see this
Yeah,
tour. All my favorite bands: Era, Northlane, Miss May, and like
yeah.
ABR. And then as soon as like Fit for King jumped on as a special guest, I was like, rap,
It's over.
enough.
It's over.
But reason like one of my going back to the influences
Yeah.
as of recent for like the past year, my number one influence has been Marcus Birch from Northlane.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Honestly, and I get a lot of grief for this, but he stands as my favorite vocalist in metal right now.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he is so talented. He's insane. Like it's incredible. It's incredible. He's one of my favorite vocalists, hands down.
Yeah. He's
And
not. He's so good too. Like I mean, like there's. I've probably said this like a million and a half times on like other interviews and things of that nature, but he used to be in another band called Sounds. I think it's like Sounds of Seasons or something like that, which used to be like
yeah,
a post-hardcore kind of like really awesome, like vocally. Like
he,
if he ever went to like that, if he ever went to like that level and did vocals like that, like on the new North Lane stuff, which I don't think it would fit, obviously. But man, his vocal range like is so great. His screams
yeah,
are awesome too as
he's
well.
insane. I've seen like his other projects. I've seen like his covers, and it's just like, dude, oh my god, bro, it's insane. And he started off doing Northlane like he didn't really scream much, as you can
Yeah,
tell, like his auditions, and then when you listen to the very first version of Rot,
yeah,
um, definitely could tell that he wasn't able to scream all that well. But as soon as they recorded Node and then they recorded Mesmer, his screaming just flourished a lot more. It got so much better.
I feel like he's
And so did
getting.
his
I
singing.
feel. I feel also like he's getting better with better with age, better with time. Like I feel like Node wasn't. I feel like a lot of people give it hate just because it's not Adrian, and
Oh,
I
dude.
loved it personally. I thought it was great. And
Yeah,
then
dude, honestly,
Mesmer.
like my top two favorite albums from Northlane is Mesmer and Node.
Yeah,
And like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of like Discoveries and
Discovery. Yeah,
Singularities, bro. I jammed it every day, man. Jammed it every day. But Node and Mesmer just like really spoke to me on a higher level.
no, I totally agree, and I feel like we're kind of in the gray area between like most people. Either you're like you're all Discovery, all Singularity, or you're like Node and like Mesmer. So I mean, I like everything that they've put out so far. To me, it's like It's a
Agreed.
progression.
Yeah.
If you're not progressing, then you're plateauing, and I feel like they have
Yeah.
definitely just kept growing, kept doing their thing. So
Yeah. That's
definitely,
the part of being an artist. Just
e-
like branch
exactly,
out, experiment. That's how you progress as a true artist.
exactly. All right, Michael. Next question. We kind of derailed a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry
uh,
about that.
what have been some bands that you've been jamming more recently?
Oh man. Um, I I have been listening quite a bit of volumes ever since they released the
Oh,
new record.
yeah.
It's super catchy. It's super super catchy. I wasn't a fan at the start. I was like, feels good. Then when they released On Her Mind, I was like, oh man, I'm not that big of a fan on this. It grew on me. It grew on me. I think with a lot of other people as well, it grew on them.
Yep.
It's just super catchy. And like listening to the whole entire album, it was just incredible how Mike Terry just really complimented the band. Um, and then I just started going back to No Sleep, Via, and then like the actual EP.
Yeah.
Like the first EP was just like fucking crazy. Um, and then after the burial,
Oh,
a
nice.
lot
Yeah.
more. We've been writing some new stuff that's very much in like the heavy realm of like what After the Burial does.
Oh, sick.
They've just been we've just been jamming them quite a bit lately. Um, yeah, those are just a couple of bands that I've been jamming recently quite a bit
Yeah.
more often.
I would also
Yeah,
have to agree with the volumes thing. I was not initially sold on like the singles. I was like, oh man, like Mike Terry's a great vocalist. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. And I was just like, let me just give the album a chance. Let me just like listen to everything. And I really enjoyed it. Like I definitely was like, wow, this is really good. Like I was definitely surprised on just his level. Like I knew he was a good vocalist, but I feel like he just kind of carried this album into another realm and stuff like that. So to me,
yeah,
I would agree with the whole volume statement is that like they've gotten this album was just a big surprise to me. So I mean, I'll have to go out and see them. I've seen that. I think I saw them once, but it was prior to Different Animals. So I'll have to see if they'll be playing a lot more newer stuff off, which they probably will soon. But yeah,
yeah.
I agree on the whole volumes thing. But next question, Mike, is a fun one. If you could pick a song to cover, what song would it be?
Oh man. If I had to pick a song to cover, um, probably the song that's been on my mind for like the past 2 months so far. Um, just what we were talking about off of Mesmer for North Lane Citizen.
Nice. Ooh, yeah. I'd love to hear you
Super cat.
guys. I'd love to hear you guys do that. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
I might do like an actual vocal cover on my own,
Ooh,
but
okay.
we'll see.
Ooh, maybe a little hint on future stuff. Who knows? But next question, Michael. Another fun one. Favorite food to eat?
Man. Favorite food to eat, favorite food to eat. I'm gonna give you two answers
Okay, that's
because
cool.
I stick with one, man. uh, First one is definitely Spanish food. I
Oof.
can't live without my rice and beans, bro. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
rice and beans and some meat, man. It's just, oh my god. With little chorizo cut in, seasoned, bro. That's like the Spanish, like the Colombian sausages. It's fantastic. And other than that, pizza, man.
Ooh.
I've been on a pizza binge, dude. For the past 9 days, I've eaten pizza every day. Every day. It's not. I think it is a problem going on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a serious problem.
But hey, it's pizza. Pizza's good. I can get down with that. I can get down with both
Yeah,
actually. I love like Mexican, like Spanish cuisine. That's like probably my favorite. Up with like Asian cuisine, like sushi. Like that sort of Asian style stuff. I
yeah.
can get down with that. But next
So good.
question, Michael. If you could pick somebody to collaborate with, who would it be?
Collaborate. Oh man, that's that's a tough question. There's so many people to collaborate.
That's why.
But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy and local Jersey band, This Curse. His name is Joey.
Oh, sick.
Don't know if you heard of them. They're
Yeah,
really cool
I've
and
heard of
really
them.
awesome band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, been wanting to like collaborate with him for quite some time, and we've been meaning to, but it's just life goes on. We don't have the time, but he's definitely a dude I would love to work with at
Well,
some point.
if you're watching this, Joey, come on, man. What's the holdup, man? My boy Michael wants it to work out. Like, what's good? Like, I'm gonna tag you in this now, and now I'm gonna put you on blast because like you need to do it. Michael's trying to hold out for this. You better hook him up. But anyway, Michael, another fun question. Obviously, you play drums and you do vocals, but if you could pick another instrument that you would play well, what instrument would it be?
Oh man, you gonna put me on the spot like that?
Yeah.
Well, before you put me in the spot like that, let me plug in my charger because my phone's at 1%.
Ooh, there you go. All right,
So I'm gonna move positions real quick.
there you go. I want you.
It's not a fun thing.
I don't want you dying on me.
Yeah, let's not die on people. It's not the business is for. Okay. I apologize if this dies on me at any given moment.
No, I think you'll be okay.
All right, cool. I switched positions. I'm sorry if there's not enough light.
No, you're good.
But what was the question again? I'm sorry.
It was. I said obviously you play drums and you do vocals. What's another musical instrument that you would like to be good at?
Oh man, the only other instrument I could possibly see myself actually like getting pretty proficient in is the baritone ukulele.
Really? Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah.
very specific.
Yeah, baritone ukulele is so much fun. So much fun. It's very different from like a ukulele, which the ukulele has like the same voices from soprano, concert to tenor.
Oh, okay.
But the baritone has a change in voicing. It's actually strung on the higher four strings like guitar.
Yeah.
So it's D, G, B, and E.
Oh wow, awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty sick actually.
I'll have to check that out because I've always wanted to get a ukulele, so I'll have to check that one out. That one seems pretty.
Baritone ukulele is actually pretty big. It's definitely not like a ukulele-sized instrument.
Yeah, no,
baritone.
I'll definitely check it out either way though, because I play guitar, so I feel like that'd kind of be right up my alley. But that would be cool. I'd have to check that out. But next question, Michael. I don't know how big of a video game fan you are, but if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Video game character. Huh. I'm gonna probably roll with Master Chief.
Ooh, yes.
Halo, and I'm a huge Halo fan. Played Halo from like Halo 1 all into, I haven't played Halo 5 yet, but like from Halo 1, 2, and 3, and even 4, just so far everything from like Master Chief Endured, bro. Like, oh, dude, that's like Journey doesn't even cover it.
Yeah.
Definitely was a war.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get you, man. That's a solid choice. I mean, that's a good classic go-to choice. So I like that one. But next question, Michael. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show and a favorite show that you've been to?
Repeat that question one more time. Sorry.
Who puts on a great live show and a favorite show that you've been to?
Great live show. Well, let me first respond with favorite show.
Okay.
Definitely was the Frozen Flame tour.
Oh yes, I would agree.
I saw that was just like insanity, and I went to both the Irving date and the Starland date.
Oh nice.
So
awesome.
sick. Yeah, super sick. I was like, I gotta catch this twice. It's never gonna happen again. For a great live show, seen his band a couple of times. Sylar from New York.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking tight. And super catchy. They actually play their music really well live. It translates really well. And people get super hyped into it. And Jay, the vocalist, super energetic. I mean, he's definitely one of the most interactive vocalists I've seen.
I would totally agree with you. I've seen that. I saw them on tour with Volumes. They did a tour of Volumes, and then I've seen them prior to that. I don't remember the other show that they were playing. They were playing with, but I've seen them a few times. I also know that they're on Warped Tour, so I'll make sure to go check their set as well. But I agree, they're like probably one of the more wild bands that I've seen in a while, and they're great. They're great
Yeah,
live performers too. But next
absolutely.
question, Michael: if you could compile a dream tour, who'd be on it?
Oh man, there's so many of them. um, Personally, for myself, I mean, I'd be so hyped to see like I'd be so hyped to see like an After the Burial North Lane era, like an After the Burial North Lane era tour.
Ooh,
That'd
that
be like, for personally for me, that'd be dumb hyped.
also feel like a lot of people would enjoy that tour, including myself. Like I love all those bands, so I feel like if that were to happen, that would be quite an amazing lineup as well.
Yeah,
You
and
got
if we're talking North Lane on that tour, like definitely like some of the heavier North Lane stuff
oh yeah,
for
no,
sure.
I feel like they bring out the heavy stuff. Also, we'll get that Enochian on there as well. You know, there there we go, there we go. Next
In a
question.
perfect world,
Yeah, in a perfect world, Mike. Next question, man. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
favorite TV show. You're gonna roll with. Oh, dude, damn it, I'm blanking out. I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna go with Scrubs.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
one of my favorite TV shows, dude. It's
Yes.
so awesome.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
um, Favorite movie. There's so many movies out there. I'll say that like one of my favorite movie trilogies for sure is Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yes. I would agree. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is.
I can't pick a favorite movie out of those three. So I'll just say like just the trilogy.
Hey, that's fine. I feel like people have picked like the whole Star Wars series too, so that's like another. That's another one. I feel like you can't pick favorites on too, but I got you on that one. Next question, Mike. If you could only listen to one album for a month straight, what album would it be?
An album for a month straight. Honestly, it's gonna be a little bit of a throwback.
Ooh, okay,
Not
okay.
sure not sure if you've heard the album, but I mean I still jam it on like a weekly basis. Dream Theater's Octavarium.
Yes, yes.
I think it's like I think it's like such an insane album. I think the concept of it is just ridiculous, and each song on it is just a journey. It's definitely it's probably my top two favorite albums.
I would totally agree with that. Dream Theater is like one of those bands that is another one of those bands that I enjoy as well. So I can, I could probably see listening to that for a month, maybe. That would be interesting. But that's pretty
Definitely.
much it, Mike. Let them know where they can find you out on social media and anything coming up in the next month or so.
You can search us up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Enochian NJ, Enochian NJ. We have a show coming up tomorrow at Webster Hall. It's very last minute. But I think on the 22nd of July, we have a show in New Brunswick at the Court Tavern.
Oh, nice.
Playing with some homeboys and Sentinels and Buried Under Ruinations, which
So,
those are dope. Those are dope bands and good friends of ours as well. Those are the only shows we have confirmed so far. But give us a follow and check out social media and stick around for any other future announcements we might have for any future shows.
awesome. Well, you mentioned our boys or my boys in Sentinels. I love those dudes. I see them all the time. They're close.
We saw we saw them a few days ago in Newark when
Oh,
they
nice.
played with
Yeah.
This Curse, Ocean of Blues Beyond the Void, Reaper Solace, and it's just they're some of our favorite dudes, man.
They are so awesome. I love.
They're dudes.
Yeah,
Love them so much.
I totally agree. I'm in the same boat. Dave and I are close buddies. I see him at like Game Changers like all the time. So shout outs to Dave if you're watching this by
Shout out to
chance.
Dave Rocky,
Dave
Mr.
Rucky.
Rocky, bro.
There we go. Well, we're trying to get something to work out on this channel possibly in the future with him. But definitely go check out Enochian. I'll go check out their new album that came out on June 19th. Definitely make sure to go listen to that. I'll be listening to it for sure. Giving Michael, I'll be like, yo, this is good or this is bad, whatever. I'll definitely let him know about it.
Yeah, please let me know, man.
But definitely go check out his band. All of the links will be in the description where you can go find him. Like they said, go give him a follow, give him a like. So if you live in North Jersey or like New York area, go see him at a show. Go say what's up. He seems like a cool dude. So go say what's good to him. As well as if you enjoy what we do here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to hit that like button as well. It really does go a long way. We also have a merch store. There's a link in the description if you'd like to pick something up. That would be greatly appreciated. And thanks to Michael for coming on. Man, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.